Hey there YouTube, Mrlubufu here with the next edition of PTQ prize packs. So as you see, I got a top 8 approacher qualifier. Won myself a box. As you can see, we've gone through a few episodes, so this is a series where I go ahead, take a pack from each set, open them up, explain to you guys sort of the drafting things that I'm going through as I think, and if this was half of your sealed pool, what sort of things you might want to consider going into your second half. So let's go ahead and just pull out the next draft set and hop right in. Last time we had got a pretty cool set of Whispering Thief Whispering Madness set, so we could go with the combo if we really wanted to. It probably wasn't the most, or the best build, but it's by far the most fun build. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop right into our Dragon's Maze pack. As you guys know, if you've been watching this series, I bring any cards that I think are worthy of the first pick to the front. So you have an Armored Wolf Rider, very solid card. Same with has the Snare Squad, Azorius Cluestone. Hidden Strings, Gatekeepers, it might be first pickable. I'm kind of torn with it. I certainly think it's like in the 2 to 4 range. Opalate Gatekeepers, Crawl Warrior, Wake the Reflections, Off for the Guild, Battering Crisis. Our first uncommon, Haunter of the Night Veil, very powerful. Our second is also extremely powerful, in Death to the Deathless. And we have our third powerful uncommon, Putrefy. And our rare, well, our rare is also very good. So here this is kind of pretty obvious what we'd want to take. It's by far the Savage-Born Hydra. It is basically, it screams, do you have an answer? If not, die. And that is what you want on a creature card that you're casting. Very, very powerful. If the Hydra wasn't in the pack, like if we opened a junk rare or something, then we actually have a very difficult choice between Haunter of the Night Veil, Death to the Deathless, and Putrefy. All three are incredibly powerful. I'd first pick any one of them. So, certainly good. Urbar Gatekeepers is also fine. Our guild gate was Simic, so blue-green. But if this was a sealed pool, this is pretty interesting, just because we have a lot of good black base, and then a Savage-Born Hydra, some good green cards, but nothing good in red apart from the Hydra. But the Hydra is certainly just an absolute troublesome thing to deal with in Limited. You have to have the removal. You have to have good removal, too. No Fatal Fumes will take care of 5/5 Hydra, probably. I mean, you could have to block and stuff. But anyway, on to our Gatecrash pack. So we have a Night Watch, which is fine. Tanner Ground is almost unplayable. Greenside Watcher is okay. Way of the Thief got a lot better with Dragon's Maze, just because there's a lot more opportunity to pick up gates. I actually think it's a decent win condition. Probably not first pickable, but certainly a good card. Perch the Profane, Shamble Shark, which I would consider if we didn't, pick a Hydra pack one probably. Shattering Blow, Death Cult Rogue. Madcap Skills is quite good. Here we have an Ivy Lane Denizen, which is fine. Our first uncommon is Boros Keyrune. Our second is Firefist Striker. Our third is Aristocrat, and our rare is Frontline Medic. I should probably bring these three to the front. Those of you that don't know, Frontline Medic is actually just bonkers and limited. It is really good. And it, with our Hydra, does push us into a sort of Naya build, which is fine, because Naya is an incredibly powerful series of colors. It's green, white, red. And it leads to just some very, very powerful blowouts, a very aggressive deck. So Frontline Medic's very good. And this was sealed to follow up our Hydra, Putrefy, Death to Deathless, Night Veil, Gatekeepers pack to not get much black. I mean, Cartilla Aristocrat's fine. But we got some good red cards and a good white card. It certainly makes it a little bit more difficult to try and fix our mana, especially if we look through here, we didn't get a gate in our Gatecrash pack. We got a Simic Guild Gate in our Dragon's Maze pack. So, splashing blue for maybe Haunter of the Night Veil, which might be, it's good enough to consider splashing. But, we have our Hydra, and then we have good red cards and white cards. It really makes it a little bit iffy to see what we want to see. So, it's going to come down to a Return to Ravnica pack to see what sort of colors we might be in. We might want to splash one color of the Hydra, which would be okay, but let's take a look. So our first is Druid's Deliverance, second is Swift Justice. Frostwing Weird's quite good, probably not the best deck is the one we currently have. Sundering Growth, Mind Rot, Cellar of Songbirds. World Wielder, also quite good, but again, we're not playing much blue. Gatekeeper Vine's probably the pick right as of yet. Just seeing these cards, Gatekeeper Vine is just fixes our mana, lets us get there. Lets us play a little bit more greedy mana base to play such good and powerful cards. Racketeer, Cremate. Our first uncommon is Archweaver. Our second is Rakdos Charm. Our third is Xanath Locase. And our rare is a Temple Garden. Well, Temple Garden will certainly help with the fixing. I mean, it's a shock, right? So if this was just a draft, I'd probably actually take the Gatecreeper Vine. Having a method to... I'm assuming, of course, that we picked up a decent gate or two in pack 1 or 2 to help us splash a little bit. But having a little bit of mana fixing helps us go probably green, black, white, splashing red for the Hydra. And maybe blue for, like, it depends how greedy we want our mana base to be. Like, the Temple Garden helps with fixing, of course, if we're junk. And I think it's probably between those two. I think trying to pick up Frostborn Weird or Void Wielder is probably a bad idea, just because we have, I mean, our only blue is Haunter of the Night Vale. So this pack is, I mean, this series of packs, I mean, we have a lot of very powerful uncommons. It's very possible we don't end up playing all of them, unfortunately, just because our mana base can't allow it. The fact is we didn't get a gate in our Return to Ravnica pack. We didn't get a gate in our Gate Crash pack. And the gate we got in our Dragon's Maze pack was, you know, off color. Like, maybe splashing Haunter of the Night Vale. If we splash Haunter of the Night Vale, I mean, then we don't get to play... Like, it's harder to splash red for the Hydra. So that's something to keep in mind. But other than that, I mean, a pretty good set of packs, like, value-wise. Hydra, Medic, Temple Garden. But yeah, so chock full of value is just about how you want to cut it. And the other 3 packs in Sealed would help determine that, and your other picks in Draft would do so as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check out the next episode coming out next Friday. Thank you all for watching.